Here's everything that I did to grow my neck and traps. I grew my neck and traps to the size that they are now by following these three really simple, really basic, but also really effective principles. Principle number one: direct neck training. Imagine wanting big pecs. Guy comes up to you and goes, I want really big pecs, so on and so forth. And you ask him, all right, so what's your bench press? What exercises are you doing for the chest? And he goes, well, I don't train chest. I just want big pecs. You'd think the guy was stupid, wouldn't you? Because if you're not training chest, how do you expect to have a bigger chest? In the same way, if you're not training neck, you can't just expect to magically get a bigger neck. Training neck directly is probably the best way to increase neck size. I have never seen anybody actually train their neck in the gym. In fact, I do get a few weird looks from people when I'm training neck in the gym. Here's the only exercise you need for the neck. It's the neck curl. Please be careful while you're doing this. Please don't add weight when you first start. Do not injure yourself. It is really easy to injure yourself with neck training, especially if you're an idiot. Start off doing 6 sets of neck curls per week. Slow and controlled movements, like I said before. So let the weight go down slowly and then come up. Still, on this one exercise, I'd recommend to not do any explosive movement at all and just go down slowly and come up relatively slowly still. I'll put up a video on the screen of a guy doing it. That is the safest and probably also the only exercise you need to get your neck thicker and bigger. But if you really want to commit to it, then over time you can add exercises like neck bridges and training with the neck harness, so on and so forth. The second thing that got my neck and traps bigger is doing compound lifts. If you do compound lifts, right, it's like getting good sleep. Literally, you get good sleep and every other area of your life improves. If you do compound lifts right, you're literally going to have so many other like benefits that people don't really talk about. It's amazing. Your neck is more involved in compound exercises than you realize. When you're doing overhead presses, bench pressing, chin ups, pull ups, deadlifts, when you're doing anything of that sort, your neck is very active. Even when you're doing squats, especially if you're doing like more upright squats, you use your neck to pretty much keep your posture straight. So your neck does get activated. So if you're only doing isolation exercises, it's time to add some compound lifts. I understand that it can be difficult to set up a program with compounds because a lot of compound lifts just don't sit well with people's bodies. So if you need my help setting up a program, click the link in the description and book a free 15-minute call with me, or just send me a DM on Instagram and I'll help you out for free. The third principle, now this one is specifically for the traps. Upper back rows. It is the best exercise to build big traps, a big upper back. Just everything in the upper back is going to get massive if you start taking upper back rows seriously. Flare your elbows out, let the weight down under control, and then pull. Most people do rows with their elbows tucked in. There's nothing wrong with that. It just activates the lats more than it activates the upper back. If you follow these three principles, you're going to have great development in your neck and traps.